Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. Listen, I told you we're going to talk story today, and I'm asking you to talk story with me. So if you choose to, you can join in the conversation, and you can dial 757-724-1041. That's 757-724-1041. I do ask that you only dial this number when we're having a talk story session and you're asked to call in and talk to me, okay? I do have two people already on the line, and we will be waiting for you guys to call in and join with your questions whenever you feel that you're ready. I have Lisa from P-Town. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, girl. How are you?
I'm good. And we have Lisa from Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, Lisa from Jacksonville.
Hello.
Okay, and I'm praying that everybody can hear us. So make sure, Lisa's, y'all talk loud. And listen, everybody, I know this is Resurrection Sunday, and I know that you're probably going to be watching this video a little later. So don't call me later, because only call me while we're live, okay? And so we'll have another talk session where you can call in and talk to me and my phone guest. I am eating my lunch, which consists of a salad. So please don't think I'm rude, but during my talk sessions, I like to eat. So let's go. Today we're going to be talking about settling. And we're talking about settling in everything, settling in relationships, settling in work places, settling all over. Settling with your kids. Whatever type of settling that you think you want to talk about, call me. And me and my girls going to talk about it with your help. All right? Lisa from P-Town. Come on, what you talking?
Yes.
I want you to go ahead on and start us off with the topic settling.
In settling, what topic do you want? Do you want settling at work, or settling at home, or settling in relationships?
Listen, whatever you deem fit. Settling at work, settling at home, settling. We can do settling in relationships, because y'all, you know.
Okay, let's do the settling in relationships. Settling in relationships, sometimes you think you're looking for love, you think you have it, but I remember my mom telling me a long time ago, said you're going to fall in love a many times, but you'll know love when it comes. You know, so you figure, let's settle. You figure if you're not going to get good enough, you settle. You know, you'll tolerate and put up with anything because you think this person loves you. You think you're in the right situation, but you're not.
When you feel that you can't do better, you tend to settle in relationships too. You know.
Absolutely.
And that's Oh, go ahead, Lisa from Florida.
You know, when I was younger, I didn't know any better. So I used to settle for a guy doing all kinds of things, cheating on me, and I go back to him. But today, I don't settle for nothing. I stay up for nothing. I do not play for decent getting out here. And I am single, so I do not settle. And that's probably why. They have to come to the table with something.
Lisa from Florida, you want to come on my broadcast?
Now?
Yeah, you want to come on the live?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe we can look at your face. Okay, so. But what happens when you really like somebody, right? You really, really, really like them, and I think you want them more. Hey, Pepita, I think you want them more than you realize, but they're into some stuff that you're not into, and it's a tough. Listen, y'all, it's a tough spot to be in because you want the person, but you can't deal with the lifestyle. You know, and so we have to look at what is going to make me happy. Is this going to make me happy? At that point, we have to be selfish, right? We can't just say, I want to be with this person, so I'm going to do this and what they want me to do, and I'm going to adapt and all that stuff, because you're not going to be happy. And that's what you have to look at. What is the long-term effect of settling in this type of situation? What y'all say?
It depends, because some people may find it a challenge.
To do what?
I don't know. I mean, some people may want to change that person or try to change that
That's
person.
not going to happen.
Even on the opposite, say that it's you the person that like that person, but you're not into what they are into. What if you find it a challenge to try to change that person's mind and get on your level?
See, that's why we mess up, thinking we're going to change grown folks. Because this is a grown folks conversation. And that's why we mess up, thinking that we're going to change grown folks. When a person has already told you what they like, what they do, what they prefer, you might as well get that out of your head of changing them. Now, they may... Okay, Lisa from Florida, go ahead. Say again?
Exactly. You can't change people at all, especially like you say, a grown person. I just put down my demands, and I demand respect. And I tell him exactly what I want. And if he don't give me what I want, I'm moving on to the next one. I don't have time.
That's right.
I do not play.
Yes.
Any man who know me, no, and we'll be friends for years, but I would not settle for less. So
that's right.
I know God don't want me to either.
No, people change, but people change when they want to change. They won't change for you. They ain't gonna change for you.
That's right. I stand for nothing. I don't know.
So what do you think to those women that are settling at this very moment?
I encourage them not to. I encourage them to do what makes them happy. Now, if what they're doing makes them happy, hi-ho cheerio. But if they're not happy, I encourage them to do what makes them happy. But if you know before you get into something that is not going to make you happy, don't get into it. Why would you get into it?
Just like you say, they settling. And I refuse to settle with. I think me and the other young lady that's on the phone, we like two totally different. I will not stand for anything. I just don't. I won't let a man get away with me calling nothing. You're like, dang, girl, you mean?
I had to learn not to settle. I'm still learning.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm still learning not to settle. But in the past, I'm a long way from where I was. You know, I used to think that someone, because it was new to me, someone hitting me was a show of love, so I settled for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like,
and I had to learn that's not love. That's, you settling for someone who don't care for you or love you, because if they did, they wouldn't put their hands on you,
Okay, hold on, because that's a whole totally different endeavor right there. Listen, this is Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. I got Lisa from P-Town and Lisa from Jacksonville, Florida on the phone with me. You can either call me at 757-724-1041, or you can request to come on camera and talk to us in this conversation. This is our talk story session, and we are allowing the viewers to communicate with us. So I got 3 spaces on the camera, on the phone, where you can call, where you can join the video, or you can call me on the phone and we can get your question and we'll discuss your question. So it's up to you. Just send me a request so you can join. All right, we're talking about settling, and even though I know sometimes it's tempting, it's not the best thing, because most of the time when we settle, we're not happy. Somebody may be happy in the relationship, but we're not happy, the person that settled. And so Lisa from P-Town was talking about being abused because she settled. So Lisa, go ahead.
Oh, yes. When you first start out in a relationship and you don't know what it's about, this is like my first, boy-girl relationship. And I don't know what it was about him, it just, I was looking at, oh, he's cute. Everybody like him. You know, he's a popular guy in the neighborhood and so forth and so on. But I didn't know the behind the scenes with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't know I was settling until later in life. I had settled. You know, this guy would just hit me because I knocked on the door. You know, and it made his friends laugh. He thought that was cute. But I'm thinking, okay, well, what is this about? You know, and then I learned later in life I had settled for someone who found me to be, even though I had a Swiss child and everything, I settled. You know, I was settling. You know, he was, and I didn't know about relationships.
So you didn't fight back?
No, I did not fight back because it was new to me. It was, and I'm saying, why did this person hit me? You know, if you love me, why hit me? But I didn't get it until later that I was settling for someone who didn't care, who didn't know what love was.
Oh, I would have put some hot lead up in his
Don't worry, as I got later on into the relationship, don't worry, that came.
I'm just saying.
I'll never forget. And it was for Pepita's brother, because I'm walking up to the door, and this chick that I knew walking up to the door too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I said, So we both end up.
So she going to see your man at your house?
Yeah.
At your house? She went to see your man at your house?
No, at his house.
Oh.
We both walking up at the same time.
Oh.
And he thought he was gonna pull that okey-doke stuff, honey. I grabbed that knife and I put it to his nuts. Excuse me. And I told her, I said, look here. And before I knew it, you know, Pepita's brother grabbed and said, he ain't worth it.
You about to deflate them things.
I was about to be Lorraine Bobbitt #1.
You about to deflate them things.
I was about to, hey, guess what? Homegirl was sitting over in the corner cowering, girl, because she knew I was not playing.
She knew she was next.
So he beating on you and cheating on you too. He beating and cheating on you.
And before I knew it, I don't even know where the knife came from. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where I got it from.
It was premeditated. You went over there to kill him.
It was in my hand, and I had straddled on top, and I was about to go at it.
It was premeditated. You went over there with that knife. You knew what you were doing.
I didn't even know I had it. I'm being honest. When you're from P-Town, you don't know what stuff comes from. It came out of the blue.
She found it on the ground.
There you go. That's my story that I was thinking today.
Once again, y'all, this is Real Talk Loud with Arnette D. Love. This is our story talk session. If you want to join us, you can request to come on camera and join the conversation. Or you can call me at 757-724-1041 with your questions, and then we will discuss it. But we are talking about settling in relationships, honey. And let me tell you something. I have a hard time settling. Let me tell you why I have a hard time settling. Because I am a selfish woman when it comes to my man. I am so, overbearingly possessive. We got somebody coming online. Let's get them. Let's see if I can get them up here. Approve. Okay. Yeah, I am obsessed with what's mine. Even as a child, I did not play with people coming in my house messing with my toys. And as an adult, I don't want you messing with my toys. You know what I'm saying? So I can't share my man. It's not going to work. It's just going to be ugly. It's going to be some problems up in the place. And therefore, I can't settle for someone that cannot be true to me. You know, I just can't. What you say, Lisa, from Jacksonville?
Girl, I said nothing, but I tell you what, you can try to be wrong with me. I'll be so good. I ain't gonna fight because you know well, but I tell you what, I'm gone. You wonder what happened to her? She just disappeared. I was disappeared.
Listen, y'all, we gotta get some camera it happens to be my mama, Lord Jesus.
Hello.
We talk about settling.
Talking about what?
Settling in relationships.
Oh, yeah. I hear y'all in there talking about all that foolishness. Look, nobody know no better than...
What we said is foolishness.
Look, nobody know no better than that than me. I know about settling.
Well, go ahead and let us hear it.
Let me tell you something. Most of the time when people settle, it's because they have fallen so deep in love that they think that they have the best that they can get. That, sometimes we don't. Okay. Sometimes we don't know that what we have is not meant for us. So what we do
have is not meant for us.
So what we do is because we think we can't do no better, we just allow people to treat us any kind of way because we think we can't do no better. Because you haven't really given yourself the opportunity to know how great you are. Because you want to believe what people been telling you all your life. That you're not worthy of this, or you don't look like that, or you too this, and you too that. And you get filled with this stuff. So when you find somebody that you think is halfway decent, especially if they're halfway cute, they can be dumb as a nut in a bag. And you think you got something because you'll settle with it because you think you can't do no better. So this is what we have a tendency of doing.
That's why we end up thinking we can't do any better. And that I mean, listen, you got to know your worth. You have to love yourself. You can't love anybody else properly if you don't love yourself. You have to.
That's right.
And Mama, since you on the phone, I know, right? Since you on the phone, Mama, tell them about me. Tell them there's no way possible I can share a man.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. First thing, since we're being honest and straight up, first thing, a man got to be able to deal with you. Since you asked me, you put me in your conversation.
Say that again.
He's gonna have to be able to deal with you. Because see, okay, I'm not just gonna talk about you. Let's talk about women like you. I don't want to just throw you under the bush.
Women like me.
Yeah, women like you. When you have a strong woman that's
we got another addition. Hey, my Grace.
When you have a strong woman that's able to take care of herself and she knows her worth, you're not gonna just pick a man just not gonna do anything to you. He's not gonna just tell you anything. You're not gonna just fall for anything. Because first thing, he has to be capable of dealing with the type of woman that you are. Strong women don't put up with anything. And I'm gonna tell you something, they might fool you for a minute, but it won't take long before you realize that he's not the one.
Definitely not.
That's right. I'm telling you what I know. Let me tell you something. I wrote a book on this. I had to make sure my hands right, y'all. Hi, girl.
Hey. Just the love spot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's
well,
the lady.
You know my situation.
What you got to say about settling?
About settling for a relationship that is going sour. There's no way I'm going to share a man with no woman. No way. If I got to share, I don't need him.
That's right.
I broke off my engagement, and we got into an argument in Las Vegas. I don't care how he feels. He had other women in other states. Red flags tell you everything. It all depends on you got to pay attention to the red flags.
That's right.
He could only hide his mask for so long, but the mask finally fell off.
I'm gonna tell you something, though. I'm the type of woman. No, I'm not gonna settle, but I'll compromise.
No compromise. No.
I ain't compromised because I know this dude, he fine as I don't know what,
No,
baby.
I mean, no, don't go by looks.
I compromise. Can we compromise?
No, we're not even gonna compromise. I was young once, believe it or not. And let me tell you something. A whole lot of times we say things. We always say what
Hold
we
on,
won't
wait a
do.
minute. Hold on, Sister Jojo. Go ahead, Lisa's from Portsmouth.
Huh?
You got to be careful when you compromise because you can, you know how they say, out of the frying pan and into the fire. Yep, exactly. You got to kind of be
I
careful.
thought y'all read my
You
book.
just meet somebody, you meeting their representative. You got to be getting that person.
I thought y'all read my book. Do you not know what you're talking about?
It's your book, baby. But in your book, you was the queen of that. That's just.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Do you not remember who you're talking to?
You talk about then or you talk about now?
Hey, everything don't get taken away. Everything don't get taken away now. Let's not forget. It's like riding a bike.
When I was young, I didn't know no better. And I'm like, half something that but today, it's not. It's a whole new show. And that's a whole new story now.
That's what you say.
Well, I was just speaking on the fact that when you are young and you haven't had a lot of experience with men, you have a tendency, excuse me, you have a tendency, I just understood what you said, Minister Love. Look, you have a tendency of thinking that when you get in that first relationship, that this is the way it's supposed to be. That's why mothers have to teach their daughters what's right and what's wrong, what to accept and what not to accept, how you go about relationships and what you don't put up with. And you can't keep secrets because if things don't feel right, most likely then it's not right. And there's different ways that people, different ways that men can manipulate you because they can turn some of these young girls against their whole family because they don't want the family inside of their home finding out what's going on that's not right. So you have to be really careful. That's why older women supposed to talk to young women and be honest with them. Because you get surprised who's abused.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When I went through abuse,
What I want to say, me, yeah, I listened to my mom, but I was not listening to her advice at the time when I was a young woman. But everything she said about the man I was engaged to is correct. Because he had other females in other states, in the military at the time. I was engaged to him twice. I fallen for his lies, but not no more, you know. But when you look, it pays to listen to your parents, okay? My mother wasn't telling me nothing wrong. She was right about the man the whole time, okay? But I was young and not listening. I was so excited about being engaged and stuff. But you find out later on, when you don't follow what your parents say, they're telling you something that's going to help you in the future.
Look, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because my mama had this dude that I like. I ain't gonna lie, I like this man. He is fine. I mean, my God.
Can't go by looks. That's very deceiving.
But look though, mama told me, oh, he's gonna do this, and this. This is what he
right, wasn't she?
And my Lord, she was so right. I mean, she was on point. I had to kneel down to the grave and tell her that she was right about what she said. So we really need to listen to our parents, to older women.
Trying to help you.
Because their advice is golden.
My mother made sure I didn't move there with that man. She didn't buy the plane ticket and I couldn't go nowhere. So you ain't going nowhere. Stay here.
She kept you grounded.
Kept grounded.
She said you were going.
She saved me from heartache and pain.
Who we got
That's
talking?
right.
Who is that? Lisa from Jacksonville. Go ahead.
All I can say to all the young, especially young people, but you need to know your worth. need to know your worth, and God is determined on everything. Get your own car, your own money, your own house, your own everything. I mean, most of the time you will feel better there. You'll feel better, and not let anything into your house.
So get your own man. For real.
Everything. All your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hit on that.
Go ahead, listen for big time.
You know how to say 3 times the charm, because out of that first bad relationship, after a while you don't hear that you're beautiful and so forth, so on. I did that. How Stella got a groove back thing. I flew to Jamaica, honey, but they ain't no better. That green card. So I started now, don't get me wrong now. I was serving fresh fruit and all that good stuff and treated like a queen. But why was I treated that way? They were trying to get to the States, But God had other plans for me, honey. He said to be my real true love. And we've been together over 22 years and we built together. I learned how to settle. Once God brought it's not about your timing, it's God's timing. He's gonna bring the person. When you pray for that right person, he's gonna bring it to you. And 22 years later, I got my blessing still.
Well, God must gonna have me living till I'm 100 because I'm already 50. And
you a headstrong family.
I ain't got my sugar yet, and I got 1 foot.
But sometimes you don't have what you want and what you need because you'll ask God for something, and then you'll turn around and the devil sends somebody your way, and you'll start trying to put yourself in there with them. So when you start sticking yourself out there, God moves back. See, God can't work on your schedule. He works on his own schedule. So you either gonna wait on the Lord, or you gonna do your thing. So every time you do your thing, you knock your wishes to God out the way. You have to wait on the Lord to provide for you. But Miss
Arnette, because
that's true.
the devil makes it so tilted.
And slick.
I mean,
Look
my love ain't this good. You just want to sit out and just eat him up.
He's not going to present himself with a pitchfork and like you see in cartoons.
What
He's
you
going
say?
to look beautiful. I said the devil's not going to present himself with a pitchfork and them red pajamas that the devil be wearing in the cartoons. No. He's going to make them look beautiful. They're going to look in nice 3-piece suits, handsome, all of them.
He gonna make him look like the man you desire. The man you desire is who he gonna send to you. And so God just stand back. He stepped out of the way and let you do your thing. You can't do your thing and God doing his thing at the same time. See, so you either make a choice to wait on the Lord or you keep getting disappointed.
Wait on God. That'll be your best bet.
So we need to get out our own way.
Get out of your own way.
Basically, we need to get out of our own way.
That's right.
Wait on God. Won't go wrong.
Because God not telling us to settle.
No.
He is not telling us to settle. Because he said what he has for us is good. He knows the plan he has for us.
That's right.
So
he wants the best for his children.
Lisa from Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Sometimes we have to move some things out of the way. It's our whole house,
You right. But I don't have nothing to work on. I'm ready. I'm ready to love.
That's why you keep getting disappointed.
Yes, I'm ready to love. To fall in love. Y'all sing with me. To fall in love.
I can't join you because the girl would hear that.
Y'all never sing with me?
Are you ready? Say yes, I'm ready. Y'all say yes, I'm ready. Yes,
Oh,
I'm ready.
you want somebody? Anybody that doesn't heard but you.
What is that? What is that, buddy? I'm ready to love.
Go
Yes, I'm ready to love.
next week. She'll have another man. You trying to use her.
What is that?
You'll have another man next week. Cause the devil just prepared her right now.
Yep.
He prepared her right now. She's ready. I'm gonna send her a good one.
Hey, mama.
They send them so beautiful and nice and cars. All that
What you talk about? And he could be African.
got money. All that is no call for it.
You
I
going
said
in and out.
call for the look, not outward appearances.
That's right.
That's deception.
Oh, look, Bobby. I got to be able to look at him in the face. He can't wake up. I can't wake up next to him looking like chop suey. Hey, mama. Remember you said my attention span is 30 days?
Yep. After that, he gonna be gone anyway. He gonna be standing for 28 of them days. They 30.
Okay, something ready to sign off. I enjoyed this conversation. Okay.
See you down, Grace. Love you.
Now, what you say, Lisa?
I said, you see what happened when you don't settle? My baby just walked in. All I made a mention this week of this candy that I like, and he made sure he brought me a whole case of it. Just then, he just walked in. So when you don't settle, you get the things that you.
Ain't nobody
No. Medicine nobody. That girl is, let me tell you, she got it made. If her man brought her candy, if her man brought her candy and that's her desire, then I think that's a great thing. Stop hollering at us.
Let me see. I'm gonna put on mute while I open my.
I'm gonna leave her. She hollering at us. I'm leaving. Yes, you are. You hollering. I can't take it. I got these plugs in my ears.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is this, Lisa from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is this. I'm not, the one that's gonna settle, but I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna have me some fun when I want to have fun, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And y'all that know me know that's what I do.
That's why you by yourself.
What you say?
That's why you're alone. Nobody's gonna put up with that. You gotta give a little, but you gotta give a little. You can't just have what you want to have and do what you want to do. You gotta consider that when it's two of you, that you have to do some of the things they like, and they're gonna have to accept some of the things that you like. Not everything you like. Everything is not about. It's a relationship. It's two people. It's not a one-way thing.
You teaching the wrong class, ma'am. You teaching the wrong class. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about settling. We're not talking about what I do. We're not doing that. Some say real talk live with Arnette D. Love. Y'all not gonna come against me. Listen,
no, but we're discussing what's right.
We're not talking. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about settling in relationships. And what I'm saying is I'm not going to settle, but I am going to do what I want to do. So if I feel like I'm going to compromise, I'm going to compromise.
But you're asking somebody else to settle.
Who?
Will you stop hollering at us, please, ma'am? When you say that you're going to do what you want to do when you want to do it, then the other person that you're dealing with, you're asking them to settle for what you desire to do.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, okay, say like I meet somebody and they want me to do something and I just refuse to do it, right? But yeah, I still like this person. I might want to still go out on a date or whatever. If that's what I want to do, that with them. Because just because I'm not settling to what it is that they want me to do, don't mean I don't like their company. I still might go out. That's what I'm saying. You don't throw away the whole baby, you throw away the dirty diaper. Right?
I don't know about that.
Hey, we can agree to disagree, but I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna have fun. I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna let nobody have me around here moping and feeling like I'm not worthy and feeling less than. I'm not gonna have that. But I am gonna do things that makes me happy.
Well, that's understandable.
Do I want to what? No, I do not want your husband's opinion. I don't want your husband's opinion.
I pity the fool.
I'm just saying, love is going to have fun. I'm single, I'm sexy, and I'm saved.
The three X's.
With that same part.
Lisa from Jacksonville, what you say?
My question is, what is he want you to settle for?
I can't stand you, ma'am.
One guy wanted me to be one of his girlfriends. He had girlfriends. And he wanted me to be one of them. I wasn't having it.
So hypothetically,
he said, no, this is what he told me. He said, I had several girlfriends. He said, but you number one. I said, no, I ain't number nothing. You got to get the step, and I won't settle for that. And he was a lot of fun. That's not, but I won't deal with it.
There's a lot of men that think like that, and I personally can't do that because me, I'm a fighter, and like I said, what I said, if it's something, but if my toys, I don't want my toys played with, and so it won't work for me to be somebody's other woman and one of the women. It won't work for me.
Well, it won't work if you know it.
I don't even have that mentality to be one of the women. I just don't have that mentality. Because I'm not gonna look at her and be smiling talking about we gonna cook together. Mm-hmm. No, we're not cooking.
He didn't want all of us together. He just wanted, he had a whole bunch of girlfriends, and he just thought I was going to be one of them. Me, I'm number one. I know I'm number one.
All y'all was number one.
He tell him all that.
The same thing.
All y'all
number one. I was like,
all y'all number one.
Well, one thing for sure, he would have been a burnout in a short period of time because I don't know a man that can handle 7 women and be good to all of them. He'll be a burnout. He'll be change his mind.
Women, 4 other women besides me. And I bet you right now today he caught nothing working. He's like 60 years old. I wonder if he still got them up.
But what if y'all flip the script and then you basically utilize him for what you need? I ain't trying to teach no women this. Young girls, you have to be strategically able to do this. This is the stuff that I used to do. If you get my book, but you're a minister, you'll see. But I used to strategically play these type of games, and I really, I didn't care what he did as long as he did what I needed him to do for me. I'm not saying live that way now, but I'm just saying this is the things I used to do. I used to flip the script and I used them for what I needed and when I needed them, and it worked for me for a little while. But I'm not teaching that. And let me correct y'all. That was not settling. That was being a boss. I'm just saying. I was not settling, honey. I was benefiting.
We stereotype for that. You know, a man can do.
I don't care what they call me.
Those who the woman say, "Well, I'm gonna have me 2 husbands. I'm gonna have me 3 men." Or we completely we all this hoes and we all this and that. We know when we do the game.
Hey, first of all, you don't do nothing that can be proven. That's the first thing. You can't prove it. It didn't happen. And that's the first thing. And then what you call me is not important. It's what I answer to. What you didn't call me was broke. I'm just saying. But I'm not teaching that now, y'all, because like I said, I'm saved. No, this is to tell y'all that it's not always settling. When you flip the script, that's not settling. When you choose to do certain things, it's not settling. I chose to do what I did. I wasn't settling. I got what I wanted. I got gone.
In the other instance of what we was talking about settling, should I have settled for other women?
No, why would you?
No. We was talking about, right? We was talking about settling, settling for anything in a relationship.
In relationship.
Settling for that.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you should settle, but what I was saying was, I had flipped it and was saying that if you had got what you wanted to get out of it, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, if that's the, I mean, you gotta be, like me. Everybody can't be like me. That's why I wrote the book. That's why.
Be like love.
That's why I wrote the book.
No, I gotta read that book.
You didn't read the book?
Read now.
You what did you say it's a good read?
Absolutely.
That's all I can do.
I'm going back to listening.
Okay.
Later.
Thank you for joining Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love.
It was fun.
So Lisa, we letting her go. So back to what we were saying. So what we were saying was, really, you don't want to settle. You don't want to go into a relationship knowing that you're not going to be able to deal with the consequences of what has been established. Most of the time when you're in a relationship, you want to talk about what's going on, how you're going to handle things, what you're going to do day to day. And you don't want to settle. I said a lot of stuff here about my past, of how I used to be when I was hardcore, no love, just cold as ice. And it all stemmed from being bitter and hurt. I'm woman enough to say that. And I was able to walk this world, this earth, and do things that women shouldn't do. And so now that I have changed, I have become a woman of God and want to be loved and want to love someone else, I refuse to settle. I refuse to accept anything but the right thing, And even sometimes it's hard to do because the heart wants what the heart wants. But sometimes it's hard to make that tough decision. And so that's why you have to lean and depend on the one that keeps us strong. So, Lisa from P-Town, do you have any things to say before we close out?
No, just don't settle.
She eating that candy, y'all. How about you, Lisa from Jacksonville?
Get on her response. Don't settle for nothing. Stand for something.
Don't settle for nothing. Stand for something. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. This was my talk story session. We will have another session next month where you will be able to call in or join us on camera and talk story with us. Don't be afraid Don't be afraid and don't settle. Know your worth. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You can do anything. So you do not have to settle and just go and coincide with what a person want you to do. Do what makes you happy. I love you, and don't you forget it.